This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield and his better half, Marnie Winfield.
Check.
Check, check, check.
Check a microphone.
Check a microphone.
It is the 27th of May, 2021. My name's Corey Winfield.
This is Marnie Winfield.
And this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. I don't know. I have no idea what kind of accent that was. Truth be told, that bed was super loud in my headphones and I can barely hear myself, so I'm making excuses.
Okay.
Used to be good at that. Back in active addiction days, boy, woo!
Right?
Excuses, man, they just come right out of me. My favorite excuse was it was your fault. Mm-hmm. Not your fault, Marnie, but like somebody else's fault. It always was.
Oh, yeah.
Had to tell that to a guy. Was it today?
Yeah, this morning.
Wow, today's been long. I slept a few hours last night. At 5 o'clock earlier this evening, it felt like it was 10:30 at night. Mm-hmm. I was so spent.
Yeah, you said that. You're like, it feels like it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, it's not even 5 yet.
Yeah, that happens.
Long day.
Early bird gets the worm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was up and at it, and yeah, I was telling a guy about the whole story of me protecting the alcohol, and I would, if you're new to the podcast, welcome. Marnie and I, we talk about recovery and stuff like that, and sometimes we talk about movies, sometimes we talk about fun stuff, sometimes we talk about my cat. It varies, but just stick with us if you can. Good luck. But yeah, so back to my story here, the important stuff of the day. Was telling that I would protect it at all costs, and everything was always everybody else's fault, and until my therapist Pana in Ben Harbor, he's the one who pointed it out to me, and that was one of the times where I can really look back and remember thinking, wow, this guy's not just BSing me, he's making sense here. Mm-hmm. And I was under the impression that everybody that worked in the industry that was supposed to help me only did it because they were getting paid. Everything to me, I thought, was about money. I thought, this guy doesn't give a shit. He just wants money. This whole place just wants money from me. They don't care. They just want money. It's all about money. Oh, they want me to do this? Yeah, so they can bill for it and get more money. It was always money. I didn't think that people were really serious about helping people. And when he said that to me, and it really kind of made me think, like, whoa, like this dude's, first of all, he's on to something. Maybe I should start listening to him. And he gets me, because that's 100% true. Mm-hmm. So he has been listening. He hasn't just been firing off with, oh, this and that. And he really is listening to me. And it really made a difference and started to kind of push me in the right direction of finally kind of putting it all together. And today I didn't drink. Yeah. So, coming up on 2.5 years, I have it in like a couple weeks.
That's right.
Pretty excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something else is coming up in a couple weeks, too.
Yeah. My brother's birthday's today. Happy birthday, Jerry.
Happy birthday, Jerry.
He doesn't listen.
No, he doesn't. But
talk about how much prettier I am than him.
Right.
He would agree. You know what he'd say to that? You're right, Corey. You're much prettier than me. And you sound cooler, too.
That's how he talks.
But my house is nicer, bro. No, it's not how he talks at home.
We're going to meet him soon. I'm going to meet him.
Yeah, you haven't even met my brother.
No, I haven't.
Wow. You met Travis, my younger brother, and my sister Kylie, but you haven't met my older brother. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't come around much. He's not a big fan of Michigan. He lives in California. Mm-hmm. He's out in L.A., and he's like, why would I want to go to Michigan? Now that it kind of did sound like him.
Oh, okay.
My mom's laughing right now. Like, yeah, it kind of did.
Uh-huh.
Why would I want to go to Michigan? I live in California. It's nice here every day.
Mm-hmm.
But no, my brother's a trip, though. He's got a couple cats, and he's always throwing pictures up on the family Facebook chat, which is nice. It's nice to see him have cats, because I know my cat, Nico, she's been there through thick and thin, and I feel bad what I put her through, but at the end of the day, she still loves me. Mm-hmm. And just the other day again, I'm laying there in bed. I got you on one arm and Nico and my cat on the other, and I'm just like, how lucky am I? You know, like, obviously, I didn't know you. You didn't know me. We didn't know each other during our active addiction. Otherwise, we wouldn't be together, probably.
Right. For sure.
But, you know, I got you on one arm and her on the other, and the stuff that I put her through, yet she still loves me. Mm-hmm. You know, and you love me. And you've heard stories of things that I've done or, you know, stuff like that. And you don't judge me on it. You judge me on the guy I am today. Well, you don't think you really judge me at all. Except for, is he good in bed? And then you're like, heck yeah, 10. 10 for that guy. but no, like, it's nice. And it feels really good when you can have a fresh start with somebody and, you know, move forward. And then I still remember, you know, I'm not going to do a fourth step with my cat. But if I owe anybody, it's probably my mom, then my cat, like in that order of I'm sorry's every day, you know, and I give them to them by not drinking today.
Right.
You know, so it feels good though, and I'm a very lucky man. And being sober for almost 2.5 years has been the best 2.5 years of my life. Has every day been easy? No, but that's what makes it fun. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it okay to look back and go, yeah, I used to be that person, but then I did this. And I remember doing that, and I wasn't loving the situation I was in when I was at sober living, but I did it, and I pushed through. And how did I end up meeting you and becoming married and 217 doing great? God. Mm-hmm. You know, like, he lined it all up. But if I wasn't doing the right things and doing the things I was supposed to be doing, none of that would have ever happened.
Right,
you know, you kind of brought that up with Shane, who was on the show. Was it last month? And you can listen to his podcast on the app. Go to the guests, listen to Shane. My mom a lot of people like that episode. And we need to have Shane back on. But you told me that Shane's had an opportunity presented to him. And, you know, it all goes back to doing the stuff that you need to do. And he could have said no to an opportunity he had, but he said yes. You know, he wasn't like, oh, man, they paying check or cash. He wasn't doing that. He was like, yep, I'll do it. I'll help out. And then, boom, an opportunity presents itself, and then, boom, he's on to the next. You know, it's like, it's hard to believe sometimes for people in early recovery, like, wait, hold on, did that just happen? Like, why? That doesn't happen to me. Like, that's supposed to happen to other people, but why? And it's just because, you know, that's what it's supposed to do. That's what it's supposed to be, because you're doing the right things, and God will present those situations to you at the time where you don't even see it coming. Yeah.
I mean, you talk to this guy, and it's just, like, oozing gratitude. You know, like, can't even barely breathe when I'm having a conversation with him. He's like, you wouldn't believe it. Like, you know, all these things are just unfolding and all these good things are happening and I'm just on top of the world. And, you know, just like, hey, man, don't look at me. It's all you, buddy. Mm-hmm. You know, and the thing is, too, is when you are doing the right thing and people recognize it, people want you to continue, you know, doing well and help you and, you know, point you in the right direction. But at the end of the day, you know, you earn all that stuff. And, yeah, that's huge. So, good for him.
Yeah, yeah, Shane, good job, man. Awesome job. And you just remind me of something, though. We had the meeting yesterday on the app, and Justin was in there, and I was talking about how I had heard somebody say something about, why is it that when we turn down a drink, there's got to be a reason? Like, someone say, hey, man, you want a beer? Nah. Well, you don't drink? You got a problem? You an alcoholic? What? You got too many drunk drivings? What? You know, if you ask me, hey, Corey, you want some fish? I said no. And you want to be like, what? What, you got a problem with fish? What? And I'm like, no, I don't like it. It's gross. Oh. There's always got to be, and then if we say no, I never see Corey drinking a beer. I wonder if he's got a problem. I wonder if he's one of those alcoholic people. Mm-hmm. You know? And I was talking about that, and then Justin was like, yeah, it's like that with all drugs. I was like, what? I was like, because my point was, like, society is so acceptable. Like, you're supposed to have a drink. Mm-hmm. And he was like, it's like that with all drugs. I was like, I don't think so, man. I was like, no one ever offered me to hit a meth pipe and me go, nah, I'm good. And they're like, what? You got a problem with meth, huh? Yeah. Huh? And we kind of started making fun of him.
Nobody's ever, Justin, like, everybody raise your raise your pipe to this couple, or we should go out to fill in the blank.
Hey, you want some crack?
Yeah.
What, you got a problem with crack, man? Huh, you can't handle a couple hits?
Yeah.
That was just funny how the way Justin said it.
It's true. It's true, though. It is a different. I mean, it's just it's so accepted and celebrated, as something to do in honor of, or, in, like I said, in celebration of.
Well, that led me, what I was getting to is Justin said, yeah, man, when you get first clean, everybody hates on you and this and that. I was like, there are haters. Trust me, there are. And especially if all your friends, or I quote, friends, they want you to be back there with them, in the mix, doing the drinking thing, being sad and miserable.
It's misery loves company.
Or drug thing, and there are people that will hate on you. And those people aren't your friends anyway, so move on. But there are a lot of people that want to see you succeed. Mm-hmm. Stick around with those people, and those people that are trying to bring you down, telling you can't do it, or trying to mock you, or, well, you post too much stuff on Facebook about recovery, bro. Bye. You won't ever have to see that again. I just deleted you. That's all you have to say. Trust me. It's a pain in the ass deleting people from Facebook sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing I was going to say is when you were saying how, you're appreciative of the relationships that you have now and whatever. And that was a big thing for me is, I've had multiple times and efforts in getting clean. And I always protected my alcohol. I always protected, even when I was sober afterwards, I didn't want to make a big deal about me in the time that I did have, the very little or fairly long time that I had, because I didn't want to own my recovery, because I knew somewhere inside me it wasn't forever, and it wasn't for real, and I wasn't 100% in it. I was just hanging on, and so I didn't want to just all out be like, this is who I am and this is what I'm doing with my life, like to anybody and everybody who wanted to hear about it or didn't, And that's how I've established the relationships that I have now, is that, and the ones that I actually try at and try to have grow and what have you, is so when I've established relationships or reached out to people or tried to get to know people or, I don't know, what do you want to cultivate relationships that make sense? It's me being me, 100%. This is who I am. And not necessarily everybody, this is who I used to be, because that's not relevant all the time. But for people that I want to invest in and really get to know and want them to get to know me, they can get to know me, all parts of me. Because I am, you know what I mean? It's like, I am who I am. And, I'm proud of who I am today, and there was lots of crappy crap, but that's not who I am today.
So instead of saying, yeah, alcohol, can't drink it, it was, oh, well, I just couldn't handle the alcohol. I wasn't drinking in an appropriate manner. Is that kind of like you weren't blaming the alcohol? You would rather blame yourself or not talking about it at all, but you wouldn't be like, yep, can't handle alcohol, never doing it again. You'd rather be like, well, I'm going to wait until I get my stuff in order and to where, I'm in a better place financially or, maybe in a relationship that, that I really like. Then I'll be able to drink again.
You know what? I knew that so much that was trying to validate. So I would say nothing. I would say that to myself in my head. Like, yeah, I got to do what I got to do right now. Like, come on, just hang with it. Yep, and then there was a piece of me that always was like, maybe it will click like this. These people that I'm sitting around these tables with, wishing I wasn't here right now. I'm sure it's possible, because obviously these people are sincere, some of them, majority of them, you'd hope. And they really believe in what they're talking about. but I just don't get that. I don't feel those feelings. I don't have that passion. I don't have that sincerity when I'm saying these words. It's not,
at that time,
at that moment. And that was painful for me because I knew what I was doing. I was doing what I had to do at that moment, but it's freaking scared the crap out of me that I knew that probably one day I would pick up again. I didn't know when, but, so that was scary.
So what made it different this time?
I was tired.
Just got to that point.
I just got to that point where I completely accepted defeat and that there was no way I was going to win this ever. And it was like I probably had some sort of, paradigm shift in my world where it was like, if I'm going to stay alive and I'm ever going to try to be happy again, alcohol can't be a piece of it, because anytime that I look back and when I was unhappy, it was surrounded by alcohol or drugs. Nothing worked out for me when I was using or drinking. And it's not rocket science, just like your therapist said, or whatever, was like, what commonality is there when you look back at all these stories that you're telling me where stuff was awful and fights and bad things and police and jail and broken arms and, black eyes and tears and yelling and, broken dreams and broken promises. And the list could go on and on, but just all the chaos always just circled back to being, intoxicated or high. And you eliminate that factor and stuff starts to happen. Things like that happened to Shane start to happen, If he was drinking or drugging, nothing like that would be going on in his life, in his world. If I was drinking or drugging, the world that I have right now, the things that I have, the people that I love, people that love me, I would have none of that. And if all I need to do is remind myself of that, it will keep me sober another day. It's just, I think sometimes when I feel like looking back at my relapses, when things were starting to go good, I stopped reminding myself of that. It was too good. I thought I had it, And I know now that I have way too much experience in failing. way too much. I'm professional at that. And so I know what I need to do today.
And for somebody listening thinking, yeah, but I got 2-3 months clean and nothing good's happening yet.
Hang in there.
Yeah. It's getting set up, man. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. But when you look back at it in 2.5 years, it's going to seem like 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. Like 2 years ago seems like 100 years ago. Like 2 years ago is when we got our incorporated license, whatever, certificate thing, pay money to the state and they send you a piece of paper thing that made us incorporated, which is one of the steps on our way to becoming a 501c3 that we had to do. And that seems like 400 years ago. It was so long ago. I had hair. No, I probably didn't. I know I didn't. But it just seems like so long ago, and it really wasn't. It really wasn't that long ago at all. And, I can look back and say, like I said earlier, those were frustrating times for me. But I got through them, and now it's rewarding. I can look back and go, wow, yeah, that wasn't a cakewalk. And I did have to move forward in my life. Mm-hmm. I did have to learn how to live sober. I did have to go to a bunch of meetings. And there's two options. If you got to go to a bunch of meetings, or maybe you want to go to a meeting, you do a 90 and 90, whatever. You can look at it like, oh, I got to do 90 and 90. Or you can look at it like, I'm doing 90 and 90. That's pretty freaking awesome. Change the way you think about it. That's what I was talking about I was talking with the guy today about changing the way you think about things. And we've talked about that in past episodes. But there's so many episodes to listen to. But if you can change the way you think about things, even going into any situation, take the dentist, for example. Oh, I'm going to go see the dentist. It's going to hurt. Oh, and you're dreading it all day. Your stomach's going to be in knots. You're going to hate it. You're going to be dreading the whole day. But if you look at it like, I'm going to get my tooth fixed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go in there. I'm going to get my tooth fixed. I can't wait to go to the dentist, man. It's not even hurting, but I'm going to get it fixed. I can't wait. You know, I mean, it's just that maybe that is a weak.
No, it's a good example.
Yeah, it's pretty weak. I should have used some kind of midget.
Oh, gosh. Stick with the dentist one. It's good.
Sorry, Rob. Sorry, Rob. So you want some fun news?
Sure.
Okay, big congratulations. And she already knows she won because I sent her an email. Mm-hmm. Actually, she won last week. Andrea Morley. Mm-hmm. Live over there in Sterling Heights, Michigan.
Nice.
She won herself a little t-shirt.
Yay.
Yay, congratulations. Yes, give it up. And I want to give it up to Jesse Lewitt. I think that's his name. Mm-hmm. Jesse won a shirt as well.
Excellent.
I'm not going to hit that sounder again.
Okay.
But, yeah, so he won a shirt this week. I'm still waiting to get his size, and then we'll ship it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we bought, like, a official, like, label maker and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's halfway official because I didn't buy the right kind of labels, so it kind of cuts it in half. But you won't even notice.
That's just what gets it there.
Yeah,
it's what's inside that counts.
Yes, and you're going to be so excited when you get a box and it says it's from 217 Recovery. You see your name, you're going to feel proud, and you're not even going to look to see.
Right.
Oh, yeah, they did buy the wrong labels for that, didn't they? Mm-hmm. It looks cool, though. So, with that being said, that'll open the door for us to be able to easily sell shirts. Mm-hmm. Like someone wants a t-shirt, $15.
Right.
You know, that's it. That covers shipping and everything.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
We got hats, too, still.
Yep. You got hats, $25.
I want to make a note on that.
What?
Is that
we need more.
We do need more.
The right size.
Well, here's the thing.
And the right hat.
Here's the thing is
PGI,
I have been
Petoskey.
told that if you wash the hats,
mm-hmm.
that they do shrink a little bit, which is not a bad thing.
Well, who am I, an owl? that was funny.
Man.
That was funny. So
No, I'm just saying one of the people that purchased the hat said that
it?
they washed it, and he said originally it was a little too big.
Like on the washer?
Yeah.
Or dishwasher?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Or was it by hand?
I would assume that it's some sort of appliance of some nature.
You calling him lazy?
No.
Or her lazy?
I'm just saying in general.
Huh. All right.
Didn't sound like it was a hand washing.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
That being said, is that it was slightly too big, and I don't, you know what? I don't know if it was dried either, so probably not. But anyhow,
Go jump in the lake. Jump in Lake Michigan, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so the hats are all right. They're good. They're just not the ones I wanted.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm a little upset with the PGI and Petoskey, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. People make mistakes. It happens.
You look like you're not that happy, but that's okay.
Resentments. See, resentments will get you.
Mm-hmm.
But we made it good. They give us a little credit, so whatever. But we do have hats. But yeah, shirts. It'll make it easier for us. We can put them online because, like, going through Shopify and all these other apps, like, they take money, man. And there was one that we started out with at first. We didn't have anything. We didn't have money. People wanted some stuff, and we used this other site, which we made like $1 off every shirt they sold. But of course, they had the shirt, printed the shirt, shipped the shirt. It just had our logo on it, which really kind of left us in zero control of the shirt. Like no quality of the shirt, just a lot of things that we just had no control over. And then, like I said, making $1, we were like, you know how many shirts we're gonna have to sell?
Right.
Billions. So, this way we can sell a shirt $15. Like, and those shirts were just basic ass shirt. Those were like $25. So we can cut a lot of that out, you know, and actually use the profits for good and helping people, you know, which is what we do. We're a nonprofit. So, but yeah, we can sell, you know, a t-shirt. Now, sweatshirts, those get a little tough.
Yeah, sweat, and that's what people like those.
I know they look sweet, but you know, those we don't make any money on, and
no.
But it's nice, you know. Mostly we do them for people we know, you know. But maybe we can raffle one off here or there.
Yeah,
coming up next year or something, or later this year. We'll see. That's something that we definitely can do.
Yeah.
But now that we have a cheaper way to send them through the mail, it makes it a lot more feasible. You know, like I said, we can charge $15 for a T-shirt. You know, I mean,
yeah,
it's a pretty good price, and the logos are sweet. And something that you pointed out too, because I like to please the world, so I'll take one logo, sometimes 5. And I'll make every color of them, and then I'll try to put them together, and it just looks ridiculous. And it's hard, you know, because then if we want to put all those on the website, well, then we have to have all those colors in stock. And, you know, just the reality of it, you know, how about just some kick-ass basic stuff?
yeah.
You know, and not that it's basic, but just good stuff, you know, that people want to buy. Like the 217, and then it says recovery, and then it has a definition of recovery.
Yeah, that's
you
my
know,
favorite.
a lot of people like that shirt. You
That's
know, I
my
think
favorite.
but that shirt takes a lot of time.
I know, but it's worth it.
It is.
I think
And,
we should do that one.
yeah, put that one up there.
Mm-hmm.
And
And make it 1 or 2 colors, and yeah, just keep it simple, because it gets complicated when you're like, and people are like, I like that logo, but not that color shirt or not that color vinyl, and you're
Right.
like, okay, so we don't have that.
yeah,
But
I mean, we could.
I mean, your heart was in the right place.
Yeah, a
when
nice
you-
donation could make us do a lot of things, but we could do that. But yeah, to make it easier for people who just want, like, hey man, I want a shirt, so that's cool, you know, and I support you guys, and you guys doing great stuff in recovery. So yeah, to make it easier to do that, I'll set that up, and we're going on vacation next week. I'm gonna say by next Wednesday I want to have that done. And you know what? It's not even gonna be that hard, to tell you the truth, because if you've seen the contest that we have going to win the shirt that Andrea and Jesse won, if you see that link, it's at 217recovery.com. You can go there and sign up now. There's a link to it also on our app. If you got the 217 Recovery app, just go there, contest, boom. But I could do that same kind of thing because I have all the logos that we have, you know, so I can just throw that on a shirt and say, boom, this is what it's going to look like, and boom, you know, $15. And then you click buy, and then you pay us, and we ship it to you.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
I like
great.
it.
It's a great agreement, great deal.
I knew you'd get it figured out eventually.
I tell you what, we'll do 2 for $29. Free shipping. 2 for $29.
All right.
Just tell us the sizes. Anything from small to 4XL. We got you.
Nice.
Gotcha. That'll be fun. Another fun thing we're doing, which I didn't tell you about yet. I was gonna do it on Wednesday, like this coming Wednesday, and it's gonna be me, Dylan. Let me see if Shane wants to go. Justin and Tyrone. We're gonna go to Mackinac Island.
Nice.
But then Tyrone was like,
Man,
I got a doctor's appointment, so we can't go this Wednesday. So then we're going to be gone next week. So, okay, June 15th. And then Justin was like, man, he had to work. So we're going to go the next Wednesday. It's like, it'll be in the summertime. It'll be hot as hell. But I told him we'll do it anyway.
There you go.
We'll venture out. But you're more than welcome to come as well. Make a field trip out of it. I told him I wanted to film it for like a short movie. I think it'd be hilarious. Tyrone's just a funny person, and then we started like making jokes. I'm like, I bet Tyrone's scared. He's probably like, I don't know where you 3 white people are taking me. You know, like he probably doesn't even think it exists. We should just drive him in the woods somewhere and see if he freaks out.
No, I
Just
think that would be.
kidding.
I think you guys would have fun.
No, we will. And then Justin's never been to Mackinac Island. Tyrone's never been to Mackinac Island.
Oh, for sure. You guys will have a blast.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. I want to see Tyrone's reaction to when a horse just lets go on the street.
You're very intrigued by that.
This is the thing, because I remember when I was the manager of the sober living house that he was in, him and Chris, they were talking about Mackinac Island or something. So it got brought up, and I was like, man, that would be funny because Tyrone's reaction would be absolutely hilarious. He's from Detroit. They don't see horses walking down the road, dropping business in the street.
Right.
You know, that'd be something new for him. And then we already have some questions that I'm going to have him ask people hey, which house is for me? You know, and then ask well, where's subsidized housing at? Or, hey, where's y'all's homeless shelter? You know, I'm just going to have him ask a bunch of stupid questions. It'll be funny.
You will. I know.
Borat's inspired me. What can I say? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It'll be fun. But so look for that in theaters. No, I'm just kidding. Mm-hmm. But for real, I'm going to film it. And it'll be a good little trip.
Yeah.
So I think that's all. What was I going to talk about? Yeah. I think that's pretty much it.
Thursday night shout out.
Oh, shoot.
With 217 Recovery.
All right, I'll start. Let's see. Shout out to Samantha and Rachel and Heidi. Also to Renee. Happy 6 months, Renee. She just got. And let's see, who else? To Luke, who was just on our podcast. And to our moms.
Mm-hmm. It's cute. Well, I'm going to shout out to the Beebs, to Luca, to Pitt, to J-Roll, JT, and MK2, and to the fantasy footballers and Andy.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And Jessica Biel. Because I shout out to JT. She doesn't like it when I shout out to him and not her. So.
Oh, okay.
That's it, I think.
All right.
Oh, and Eminem, what's up?
Okay.
He listens. He's a big fan.
There you go.
I asked him to cut some lines for us, and he wouldn't do it. He's like, that the way you worded that, man, brings me back to the past that I don't want to be in. I was like, come on, bro. Get over it. He's got 13 years. I was like, come on, bro. But
Nice.
yeah. Thanks for listening. 217recovery.com is our website. If you don't have the app yet, okay, you can get it. It's pretty cool. Once they figure out the daily reflections and the AA readings to not publish on wrong days, I think that'd be great. Nothing I'm doing. They just told me you just have to be patient with us. We're working on it. Mm-hmm. Like, golly, I should work for you guys. There's like ghost hunters. You really don't have to catch anything. You don't really have to do anything for your job. You just keep waiting for it. Mm-hmm. We'll be back next week. Mm-hmm. We'll be back Saturday. Talk to you then. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace.